Hello and welcome to Elgin Industries Tech Video. My name is Scott Steyer. I'm in the tech department here at Elgin. Today I'm in our quality lab where we will be learning the difference between the gauge length of a pushrod and the measured length of a pushrod. So the gauge length is the working length within your engine, as it is encapsulated between the lifter and the chamfer on the underside of the radius of the rocker arm. So what I have in my hand is a gauge that is set up to a General Motors specification. What we're doing is, instead of measuring the overall length across the theoretical end of the ball that is missing because there's a hole in the end of it for oil to travel through, we're measuring a little bit further down on the radius of that pushrod, of the pushrod ball. And as I clip it in here, you'll see it's now held in a consistent spot that we can measure every time. Again, this is a GM spec. Harley Davidson uses the theoretical center of ball to center of ball, which is another thing that's hard to measure in a shop, because in your shop you don't have gauges. What you have is just a regular caliper. So this caliper is set up to measure this one-piece thick wall pushrod, which is for an LS engine, and you can see measures out at 7/400. So when you're measuring in your shop, you feel free to measure right over the ends of those oil holes, because that is the measured length. It is different than the gauge length or the working length of a pushrod. And the measured length, as I just said, is how we catalog those pushrods in our Pro Stock catalog. So we also have our pushrod checking tools. We include a ball or a hole in the end of the ball on our pushrod checking tool, so that remains consistent, again, with that measured length that you're going to find in the shop. So there are different ways to measure, of course, ball and cup and a few different rods. So if you do have any questions about additional topics for this, please feel free to contact us through our website, or if you want to stay up to date on new product info and additional tech information, sign up for our newsletter at www.elginind.com.